For IDSS Confluence model, should we be setting the bullish if the daily 50 SMA is over the 200 SMA? Also, when the 50 SMA is not above the 200 SMA on the equity in question, but the S&P 500 has its 50 SMA over the 200 SMA overall bullish market, should the Confluence be set to neutral? As I spot check, I notice the pattern to be true, but I wanted your thoughts. I know we want to set the model whatever gives us the highest win rate, but any stock will rotate between bullish and bearish, even in an overall bull market. So it's important. I don't know what stock you're referring to, so I'm just going to answer this question with the S&P 500 in mind, which is an index of a whole bunch of stuff where I believe by 2030, 60% of the S&P 500 could potentially become zombies. Remember that. Speaking of zombies, S&P 500 here with the 200-day moving average and the 50-day moving average. I want to point out something very important for all of you out there. If you use this tool, just the death cross tool, that is, when the short term crosses through the long term, i.e. the 50-day crosses down through the 200-day, by the time you get that signal, the market has already bottomed. So on the daily chart, it's completely useless. I'll repeat that. By the time you get the death cross on this indicator, and it happens half the time as well with Bitcoin too, it's normally already at the bottom of the range. So be careful of that. The most important thing to look at is the optimized trend to understand where we're going. Now, to answer your question, but more with the perspective of how I would trade the S&P 500, which I don't do at all. If I was to, I would change it to the 4-hour. Then, if you flick the 4-hour on the Confluence model to the S&P 500, you get too many sell signals and not enough buy signals. If you flick it to bullish, you get too many buys, not enough sells in this particular market. The key is to have it on neutral. It's just right. It'll give you the tops and the bottoms. But remember, the daily is far too slow to recognize change. The 4-hour is optimal for swing trading, and that's why I always use it. So I hope that helps. If you're comparing something like Tesla to the S&P 500, you can't, because Tesla does its own thing. Okay, and that's why it's dangerous to play with index, because you have a whole bucket of garbage with a couple of select names, and the 7 stocks, maybe 10 stocks, carry the whole 500 stocks. The other 493, useless. So be careful trading indexes. You know, they're good if you think, okay, there's a black swan around the corner and we're going to tank. Then it can be worthwhile getting some S&P 500 puts or putting in some type of spread of some sort. Other than that, don't worry. And if you're trading, 4 hours.